Hi, it's Gina, the Urban Mom, and I'm here tonight with an episode about making a homemade vapor rub for your kids. There's also an alternate version for adults, and I can get into that a little bit towards the end of the video. So let's get started. So you should be using a double boiler, but since I don't have one, because I'm the Urban Mom, I'm just using a measuring cup for liquid, and I'm immersing it in some water, okay? And I kind of rigged it. So you don't have to do this, but this is what I've done. Products you're going to need are going to be a 1 ounce bar of beeswax. You're going to need some coconut oil. You're going to need a half a cup of that. Oh, excuse my cat. This is Kitty. You're going to need 3 essential oils. I'm using peppermint, lavender, and eucalyptus. So what I'm going to do right now is take this off because it's all ready. And I want you to see how it looks. If you can take a look, it's liquefied. And you want to let this cool for a few minutes. And just so you know, when this is cooled off just enough, I'll show you what it looks like. That's when you're going to be applying the essential oils. You do not want to apply the essential oils as soon as you take it off the burner, because you will ruin the properties of the essential oils and thus not making it an effective product. So I'm going to go ahead and just let this cool, and we're going to talk a little bit about the healing properties of the ingredients that I'm using. So first I'm going to start off with the eucalyptus. I'm using doTERRA, but you don't have to, and this version is the radiata. So that's just one of the many varieties of eucalyptus that are in the world. The active ingredient in that is cineol, okay, and the properties associated with this essential oil are the following. So as far as aromatherapy goes, it's a big stress reducer. It makes you feel very relaxed, okay. It's also something that clears your airways as well if you're sick. So now we're getting into a little bit of the medicinal properties. So it opens up the airways. And so if you have any kind of inflammation as well, it reduces that. So again, reduces inflammation, opens up your respiratory airways. So if you have bronchitis, it's perfect for that. Now we're going to get into peppermint. The active ingredient in peppermint is menthol. And so the aromatherapy of this particular essential oil is mental clarity. You smell it, if you rub it, generally speaking, of course, make sure it's diluted. Don't do it straight because there can be ramifications with that. But smelling it gives you this mental clarity and makes you feel more awake. So it has that property to it. Also, as far as a medicinal component with the menthol, it's also good for inflammation and loosening up any kind of mucus that's in your chest. Lavender is the last essential oil that I'm going to be using today, and this particular essential oil for aromatherapy purposes, it's calming, very relaxing, and so this particular essential oil is great for children. So you can use this essential oil. It's safe for children, okay, and it just calms them down after a long day. And it also is an antimicrobial and antibacterial. So it's really good as well for cleaning products. It's also good, like I said, in this particular case, it's going to have a few purposes. One is going to be the healing modalities, and the second is going to be protecting it against any kind of microbes or antibacteria. So that's with the essential oils. So let's see how this is doing. This is starting to cool off some, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. See, it's starting to, you can see the beeswax is starting to harden in this essential oil, in this mixture. So I put, again, a half a cup of coconut oil, 1 ounce of the bar, letting it cool off. I'm going to be putting in 4 drops of eucalyptus oil. 4 drops because there's been studies, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's been studies shown that excess amounts of eucalyptus, if not diluted, can cause all types of medical issues in children. It's definitely not safe for children under 2. I wouldn't even play around with it. The alternative to eucalyptus is going to use you can use like a pine or a fir, cypress fir, any type of other essential oil, but definitely don't get into the eucalyptus with children younger than 2. Peppermint oil, I'm putting in 4 drops. 1, oops. Okay, so that's my peppermint, and 10 drops I'm putting in of the lavender. And just so you know, I'm going to have the recipe at the bottom, so if you want to make this for yourself. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, now that we have that in there, we're going to go ahead and stir it up. And we're going to pour it into this container. You want to try to fill it all the way to the top if possible, because you don't want any air pockets. And then for the carry-on, and then now I'm going to be pouring this in to this container. Hopefully it goes all the way to the top, and yes it does. So, we seal this up. We seal this up carefully. Let it cool. You can put it in the refrigerator for about 3 hours. Give it to your children, and you can have it for, gosh, the shelf life is about a year. One last thing before I go. I wanted to just tell you a little bit about beeswax. Beeswax is a natural preservative, so no need to put in any other type of preservative in something like this. It will protect it, there won't be any mold, and the shelf life is good for a year. So just so you know a little bit about beeswax. But that's it for the Urban Mom tonight. I'll get into more of the, I have other videos on fats, you know, so the coconut oil, it's a saturated fat. I'll get into fats on another video. I'll get into all types of other videos. Let me know what you think, and you guys have a great night. Bye.